Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we're talking about TikTok, and quite frankly, I am beyond disgusted with this app and this group and this organization. I don't even think they should exist. I think they should be put out of business, and we are going to go through this because this is absolutely insane. And I apologize in advance for the record if you are hearing ambient noise behind me, because we have a rather bad thunderstorm going on here as I am sitting here talking to you, and it seems kind of fitting for what I'm about to lay out. Now, you know that I am a frequent critic of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., for their data mining and privacy violations, but I'm telling you right now, they are absolutely amateur hour and damn near secure compared to TikTok, and what we have learned in the last few days is absolutely disgusting. And for the record, if this doesn't make you want to remove this app ASAP, quite frankly, I don't think I can help you going forward, and best of luck to you. Now, a couple of months ago, a Reddit user named Bangor LOL made a comment in a discussion about TikTok and claimed to have successfully reverse engineered it, and others have then since confirmed this, and he's shared what he learned about the Chinese video sharing social network service. And if you were not familiar with this, they have close ties to the Chinese government, and the Chinese government data mines the bejesus out of these kinds of things. I wrote an entire article for Michael Smirkon of CNN entitled "China is Destroying Our Future Leaders," and this is who I was talking about, and this confirms and has been reconfirmed, and quite frankly, it just blows my mind. Now, before I start, TikTok, if you were not familiar, was the fourth most popular free iPhone app downloaded in 2019. That is massive. For a long time, they were beating Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as other social media platforms and free apps in downloads, and they have absolutely exploded. And you see their videos being linked into other social media networks like Facebook all the time. Now, these are in many ways this individual's word. This is Bangor LOL. And I'm not going to get technical here to the best I can. I'm going to try to keep this in plain English. But the amount of data they are collecting, and it gets worse than just data collection, is insane. He was able to reverse engineer this, which was not an easy feat. And I will get to that. But they are collecting just deep information on your phone hardware. What kind of CPU, number of cores, hardware IDs, screen dimensions, memory usage, disk space, etc. That seems innocuous. But they are also data mining what other apps you have installed. And to quote him, he said, "I've seen some I've deleted show up in their analytics payload, maybe using cached value," meaning even if you've had the app installed and you removed it, if you had TikTok there, they recorded that you had it, even if it was temporary, in your world, if you will. They are collecting everything that is network related, meaning your IP address, your local IP address, your machine access code or MAC address of your router, your Wi-Fi, your phone, everything else. They are looking at the version of operating system you have, whether you've rooted or jailbroken your phone, which is verboten in the iPhone world, but fine on the Android side for the most part. But nevertheless, that's a massive privacy violation. Again, I apologize for the lightning and thunder. Some variants of this app had the GPS enabled and pinging roughly every 30 seconds. This is enabled apparently by default if your location tagging or not in TikTok. They are tracking you via GPS. They set up a local proxy server on your device for transcoding media, but that can be very abused as it has zero authentication. They were also using HTTP instead of HTTPS as a REST API. And again, I'm not getting technical here, but that was very susceptible to hijacking and stealing information. And even more disturbing, according to the analysis here, was the activity logging that they had configured was actually configured remotely, meaning they were pushing logging commands to your device even after you installed this, and it made reverse engineering this and trying to determine what ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, was actually up to. It took him a while to actually figure out how to reverse engineer just to see what they were doing. They are protecting this, and it gets even worse because he wrote, and I quote, "Oh, there's also a ton of creepy old men who have direct access to children on this app, and I've personally seen and reported some really suspect stuff. 40 to 50-year-old men getting 8 to 10-year-old girls to do duets with them with sexually suggestive songs. I personally have reported this problem here on this podcast / video, as well as my nationally syndicated radio show, before TikTok was even around, with an app called Musical.ly that was basically a haven for child predators. And you can go Google Musical.ly and child predators, and guess who bought Musical.ly and folded that into their app platform? You guessed it, TikTok, owned basically wholly by this company in Beijing with deep ties to the Chinese government that is recording and seeing everything. Now, even outside of Bangor LOL's research, even more news came to light in the last week or so about just how awful this app is. It was found that this app had been accessing the iOS system, that's the iPhone's operating system, the iOS system clipboard, with reckless abandon. In fact, the app has been doing this ever since it was released for the iPhone, but it wasn't until the recent beta of iOS version 14 that customers actually found out what was happening. And again, I apologize for the lightning. Now, iOS, or the beta of iOS, includes a new feature that gives a pop-up notification to the user, and I totally agree with this, whenever a third-party app attempts to access the system clipboard to paste text. And by virtue of this, in the case of TikTok, users were finding that the app was pinging the clipboard every few seconds, basically grabbing whatever you had on the clipboard, and this was an incessant amount of notifications that were popped up. ByteDance, aka TikTok, has said that they have already fixed this issue, meaning they have probably found some kind of workaround that is not going to declare notifications on this. But this is what I am talking about. This is why nobody should be using an app like this. We have a foreign government that is literally data mining the bejesus out of us. And if you listen to my other podcasts and videos, you know that I am absolutely not prone to hyperbole. I do my homework, I do my research on these things. I don't use the crazy like Rock Flag and Eagle Illuminati News, now.ru kind of BS in my reporting. I also write for Forbes and some reconnaissance CNN and all of that, so I vet my information very well. This is something that no person in their right mind should have on their phone, especially if they're not a Chinese citizen, because they are being data mined to the nth degree. They make Facebook look good, and that should be terrifying, literally terrifying to anybody that uses TikTok. This app needs to go away. It needs to be removed from stores. I am disgusted by the level of this, and I am typically disgusted by Facebook and Instagram, but what we have learned by virtue of this is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane, and if you come anywhere near TikTok, please be aware that there is nothing that you can do in or out of TikTok on your device, in your home network, that they are not seeing, finding, or at least attempting to get. This is a surveillance app wrapped around in a let's post fun videos app. This is a surveillance app. Don't make any illusions, or don't rather have any illusions about this. This is a surveillance app. I will say it again, one more time, fourth time, this is a surveillance app. And if you have this on your phone, remove it immediately. It is beyond sickening what this thing is doing. And that is your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And I promise most of my videos are very even-handed, if you will. But this disgusts me beyond everything else. And as always, stay safe and stay online and stay the hell away from TikTok.